up on Dartmoor again. Much. It's wet, it's windy, and we're heading back to the car. Welcome back to another 50 nifty hike on Dartmoor. As you can see, this time it's sunny, so a little bit better than last time. Just parked up at Tor car park, and we're going to head up somewhere towards Yes Tor. The sun is shining. What more could a man want? A beer. That's what more a man could want. So we're heading off up over into the distance. Well, this is a bit different from the bad weather I've been experiencing of late on Dartmoor and elsewhere. It is mid-January. Sun's out, it's a bit warm, but I think, as usual, Dartmoor is lulling me into a false sense of security, which it does have a habit of doing. But I'm enjoying it while the sun's out and the sky's blue. Oh, it's not half bad, you know. It's not half bad at all. I will do a GPX track for this walk because it's quite nice. We're going to come out over the ridge, all over there, and come back tomorrow morning after our wild camp. Because I think it is going to be raining in the morning, and that way we can do our walking now. I only have to walk a little bit in the rain tomorrow. That's the theory. Hopefully the winds won't get up like they did last time. Quite sunny. Good job there's no flags flying. There was firing yesterday morning, but apparently they reached all their objectives and they didn't carry on into the night. So today we're clear. Saturday, you don't get firing on Saturday anyway. But it is the time of year, winter training for the army. So we're going to camp on one of these up here. We're going to walk all the way around and end up somewhere over there. With a bit of luck. Not too far to get back to the car if it's pissing down in the morning. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that with the sun against the hills. Glorious. Now I'm pretty sure that's Oak Tor up there. You can see the video where we camped at Oak Tor here. You come across the ridge through there. Can't remember what the other ones are called. I'll put it down here. So we're out here today with another member of the 50 Nifty team. This is Grog, and we might change the channel name to Grog and Mog. Grog and Mog. I like that, Grog and Mog. Grog and Mog do Dartmoor. I think that's quite a good name for a channel actually, Grog and Mog. So there's plenty of sunlight left coming up this track here, guiding the way. Just follow the sun. Just up there, I did a camp up there, East Mill Tor. I'll put some photos up. But it's I didn't do any videoing then. That was before the days of me videoing my journeys on Dartmoor. But it's East Tor, really nice. Great sunset. And if I can find the pictures, I camped there in the winter a couple of years back with the most amazing sunrise coming up. And my winter tent that Grog is using today, actually, covered in icicles, icy, snowy, kind of misty frost. That's the word I was looking for, frost. So it's really nice up there. You've got a lovely view, the valley back to Oak Tor, etc. All the way across that ridge. There's actually a video here of us walking this ridge. So have a look at that if you want to. Give it the thumbs up. A few more views, please. If you want to subscribe, that's totally up to you. You must be out of your mind, but thanks for watching anyway.
If you get, if I get 4,000 views, he'll show you his bare bottom.
There's a promise. I'm not sure I can keep. I'm not sure anyone would want to see my bare bottom. It's not a pretty sight. In fact, I did catch a reflection of my bare bottom the other day. And I think the last time I seen my own bum was 20 years ago. I can tell you it's changed. Hey, I'm only 50 something. Still got it. It's all this walking. But it's good for your hips, isn't it? It's good for your hips, good for your arse. Yes. Into the sunset we go. Yonder. Yeah, it's that way. Come on. So this is Black-a-Ven Brook, and in this light it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If it was the summertime, I would get in there and wash myself, but it's not. Although it feels quite warm, to be honest. This is a real turnaround for what I thought it was going to be, to be honest. It said it's going to be cold. I think the rain's coming in at about 8 o'clock tonight, so we'll be well camped up by then and cooking up our delights for tonight. There's something about walking by the river. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. What a lovely, lovely day. What an absolutely idyllic afternoon. Walking by the river up to our camping spot. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't think it's January. Hardly the bleak midwinter. Saying that, watch this spot in a minute, just in case it turns bad. You never know with my luck. So I've seen a monolith. And I'm walking towards it. It's there. You see it? It's the Dartmoor monolith. We've come off piste. It's a bit like in the Alps, really. Coming off piste. It's quite hard work walking your way through all the tufts. What do you call those? Comment below. All these tufty bits of grass. Oh, there's a lead here. Hang on, some stepping stones. Here we go. Watch out! So coming up to this monolith, which looks like a point of interest, so I'm interested. Let's have a look. These beacons of rock that you see all over Dartmoor, and I guess they were just navigation points. If I told you that's between 2,000 and 3,000 years old, I was put there 2,000 to 3,000 years ago, and it's still there. Grog said it's, but it is. These were markers from at least 2,000 years ago. Yeah. Maybe not this one, but there definitely are some. And they were markers. and they put them here to guide the way. Because what you got to remember is that this place can get very, very misty, very wet, very damp, very, very quickly. You need markers like this. In fact, there is some writing on the other side of this one, so let's have a look. Something is carved into that. Can you see it? Either that or it's two eyes. Never quite sure. It's overlooking East Mill Tor there, which stretches on up round, and beyond that's Oak Tor. So that chap we just saw there is MOD, and this bit is part of the firing range. We've gone off track, obviously, and this is where the soldiers come and start shooting everyone, or shooting things, and they leave all the old ordnance around. And in fact, you come up here and you do find a lot of ordnance, a lot of old shells, a lot of old smoke canisters, smoke grenades and stuff like that. So his job is to come out and pick it all up. Just him, on his own. I said, it's not a bad job really, is it, when you're walking on Dartmoor like this, you know, and you've got this whole place to yourself, and he's walking around and he's probably going, yeah, I found a couple, I'll go back to barracks now. Not bad life really, is it? The sun's gone down and actually it's got quite chilly. You know, I was saying earlier on it wasn't like winter. Now it's cold. Right, let's have a look at the map. Let's navigate. I'm cheating, I've got a watch that tells me. Right, it's this way. This is getting boggy now. Squelchy. So now, we're heading up yonder. Why did we come off piste? I have got my waterproof boots on, but this is sloppy, boggy. I need my stick now to get through it. Right, we're coming up to a bit of man-made road, so that'll get us up there. Well, closer to it anyway. Right, onwards, upwards. Where's Grog? So you got Yes Tor up here behind me, and that's where we're going. We're not going to make it to Homeward. Well, we could, but we're not feeling like it. We've done enough of a walk today, so we're going to go and camp somewhere around Yes Tor. It's high enough, to be honest. So we're thinking how you could rename the tours, and any comments you've got, please put them at the bottom of this. And we thought we'd rename all the tours after famous actors and comedians. Would that be it, you reckon?
Comedians, yeah. Will Hay tours. See?
Will Hay.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a bloke, isn't it? Will Hay.
Jethro, being as he's just
oh yeah, Jethro Tor.
Jethro Tor.
Yeah. Let's Jethro Tull. Yeah, so we're going to rename all the tours.
Tor.
Ken Dodd Tor.
You've got to have a Doddy.
You got to have Doddy. What are the Bruce Forsyth Tor?
Oh, the Forsyth.
Oh, I'd name a tour after Bruce Forsyth.
What about Dick Emery Tor?
The Dick Emery Tor. Yes, a hero.
Dick Emery.
So if you've got any comments who you'd like to name a tour after, please put them in the comments below. In fact, I might give a prize to the best rename of a tour. How's that? Best comment gets a prize. Honest. So we're on the final approach to Yes Tor, and there's a pretty awesome sunset behind me. It's not bad. Never bad to have a sunset behind you, is it, as you're filming? And it's not too windy, not too cold. It was cold down in the valley, but it's not too bad now. So we're going to get up there, find a spot to camp. It's a bit early to set up yet, but with that sun going down, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? With that going down, it's going to make for quite a nice little camp. I'll catch you when we get up there. I feel like a coffee. Do you want a coffee? I'll make you a coffee. Come on. Let's get up there. Grog's got ahead of me. Got a nice big stick. That's not a metaphor. It is a nice big stick. View's not bad. Oh, not bad at all. Wow, look at those skies. I'm not sure what tor that is in the distance there. Perhaps if someone can let me know. It's not High Willhays. High Willhays is just over there. So if someone can tell me what that tor is to the left of the sunset from Yes Tor, please do. It's a vast, wide, open landscape from the top of Yes Tor, or the side of Yes Tor. So I've got to find a place to camp now. And this side, which will be facing the sunrise with a bit of luck, will be out the wind, which is always a blessing. There's a nice little few flat spots just on the far side. Hopefully that's what I'll be waking up to in the morning. But I'm going to take some foam now because, knowing my luck, it's going to be peeing down in the morning. I think that's a place to camp. Nice bit of flat there. Right, let's get set up. See you in a minute. I need a coffee. God, I do need a coffee. Steady as you go. Right, wind constantly. Wherever I go, it's wind. So we're up on Yes Tor. We've got a cup of coffee. Can't beat a cup of coffee when it's freezing. The weather has turned, and word of warning to everyone who comes up to Dartmoor. Just now, literally 1 minute ago, we were looking over there, seeing all the lights of wherever that is down there. There's nothing there, it's gone. The mist rolled in, and literally within 30 seconds, whilst you can just about see the moon up there, it rolled in and you can't see anything now. So I'm not even sure where we put our tents. Where do we put our tents? So beware the mist. You can soon get caught out. But I think we know where we are. We've got cheese, sausage sauce, and we've got sausage. Yeah. What else do you need in life? Coffee, cheese and sausage. So we've managed to find ourselves a little place out of the wind, out of the mist, out of the cold, because it is getting quite cold now. And it's quite a nice little shelter, to be honest. So we're going to settle down, have a bit of sausage, have a bit of cheese, have a bit of chocolate. And I've got some fruit in that here somewhere, and then I'm going to cook some pasta up. Nice. So here I am again in the one man single skin Lanshan on Yes Tor. We just tried to avoid the wind by going up round the corner because it is a bit windy and it is pretty cold. They said it was only going to be 7 degrees, but this is probably a bit colder than that, to be honest. But today I have got a silver thermal mat, which is hopefully going to stop any of the heat being sucked out of me. A bit better than that emergency blanket, the foil blanket that I used last time, because that really didn't do the job. It's when it's wet on the ground you do find that it sucks the heat out of you. So move back into the tent. Grog's got the winter tent, my winter tent, lucky bugger. So he should be nice and snug over there. And I'm going to cook up some pasta. and get some food inside of me. It's not too bad, it's not wet. Did forecast rain, but I think I'm going to get away with it tonight. It should be fairly warm. I got my UL80 mat as per usual. The CWZ 400 sleeping bag. So we'll see whether that keeps me warm or not. Right, let's cook up. I'm hungry. Greg seems to be warming his the Bobcat, actually, OEX Bobcat. And I know people laugh about the OEX Bobcat, but it's a double skin tent. It's small, it's compact, it's light, and it's probably the best thing that OEX have ever made. But I've told him if it gets really cold, I have got some hand warmers to stick at the bottom of your sleeping bag to keep your feet warm. You reckon you need the feet warmers, Greg?
No. I'm not cold at all.
You're not cold at all?
No.
Lucky bastard. Can I have my tent back? No, it's just my feet are cold. The feet are cold.
It's a struggle to get everything. There's not much space in this tent.
No, that is the only thing with that one. It is a bit compact, that tent.
Compact and bijou.
Compact and bijou.
So I'll get myself sorted.
Ah, you'll be alright. So he's off in the OEX Bobcat.
What's in the bag? I'll be fine.
He's in the OEX Bobcat one-man tent. But it's warm for winter because it's small, it's compact, and it doesn't take much to heat it up and retains the heat because it's got two skins. Whereas this one, don't rely on the actual tent, the Lanshan one single skin tent, to keep any heat in it. It won't. You know, the air will blow through it under its vents. So you need a really good sleep mat, under a silver foil mat, and a good sleeping bag, because all it is a rain shelter and a wind shelter, and not very good at wind shelter, to be honest. So I'm going to cook up some food, have some pasta. Why not? That's what you need inside you. This hat is rather special. Comments below. Bloody is. To me, it's bloody windy where I am. I'm blowing a gale here. Oh God! I always seem to pick the windiest spots. I don't know what it is. I seem to home in on it. So what have we got for tea? Right, I've got the extravagance of a pasta and sauce, cheese, leek and ham tonight. Lucky me. But actually they're not bad, they're lightweight, just add a bit of water to them. And I'm using my typical system, which is the fake jet boil with the plastic removed, because it melts anyway, with a long canister because it lasts longer, and one of these setups. This is actually for a Trangia stove, really. It's for a solid fuel stove, but I've adapted it with a couple of screws, and acts as a windshield, although I don't really need it in here, but when you're outside you do. It's one of the Lixda, I think that's how you pronounce it, Lixda, L-I-X-D-A, I think. Pot stands, titanium, and you just put it on like that, but I've put a few extra screws in here and here, and what it does, oh, the rain's come. Lovely. In the tent in the right time. Rain's come, wind's come, so then you can just put it over that and it sits down without interfering with too much, like that. And because it's got now 4 screws on it, you can actually put your pot on it and it keeps it nice and steady. You can get obviously these jet boils and fake jet boils and all them, it's blowing. So they come with a pot stand, but they don't act as a windshield, and you have to bring a separate windshield, which I can never be bothered to do. So I just adapted one of these, put that there, light it up, and away you go. It's a piece of cake. I say it's a piece of cake. Oh, the rain has come in. Well, not in the tent, but the rain is coming. Don't know if you can hear that. And I've hit the wind again. So basically I've come out for another night of wind and rain. Lovely. It was nice coming out here though. It was a lovely walk. Sunny. Anyway, we're in the tents now. So that's it. Don't need to worry about it. Got my little frying pan. It all comes as a set. I'll do a little review of this cook set, which I've built up over a couple of years to get it the way I want it. It does take quite a long time because all the different stuff doesn't all fit together properly, but this system I've got, everything fits inside, so my jet boil comes in and fits inside that one as well, and then you've got the frying pan that goes on top of that as well, so it makes it all a nice little system once you strap it up. Keeps everything nice and tight. I took the plastic off of the fake jet boil that I've got, just so that everything fits together, and you can put little pots like this inside them, and some salt and pepper and some coffee and some cooking oil if you want cooking oil. So I'll get this on the boil, and it will get some food going. Yummy, yummy. Right, that water's boiling up. Hopefully it won't fall over as I do this. Leave no trace, take it with you. There's not much to these pasta things, but I'm not actually that hungry. And by the time I've eaten that chocolate and had some honey whiskey, I think I'll be ready for bed anyway. Do you know what? Cheap food like this, these pasta sauces, I think it's about 39p for Aldi. Never tastes so good as when you're on Dartmoor, when it's raining and a little bit windy. Not too windy, but they taste bloody lovely when you're cold, and anything will do. I'm not even that hungry, but it's going to warm me up, and it's really important you have something warm to eat, particularly in the winter time, just to warm you up. And it's a psychological thing, I think, as well, that you've had a warm meal and then you can get into your bag at 7:15 PM. The winter nights are long in the UK, and particularly when it's wet like this and windy. Also, never forget your hip flask. Just saying. I'm not saying honey whiskey is everything, but it's most things. Cheers. Another top tip: when your feet are really cold, put them around your pot as you're eating your pasta. You have to be a bit flexible, obviously. So I put my feet around my pot after it's cooked. Well, I've got cold feet, come on. Doesn't that look appetising? Cheesy feet, cheesy pasta. Nice. Well, you need a coffee with your chocolate, don't you? So for pudding, it's coffee and chocolate. Well, why not? It's tasty. I'm going to have a little sip of the honey whiskey, and I'll bid you good night. Unless something dramatic happens in the night, in which case obviously I'll wake you up. Right, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad a night. It is a bit blowy, it is a bit wet, ground's wet, ground's very cold, but I think we'll be alright. So, good night, I'll see you in the morning. It's 9:30. 9:30. And I've managed to park myself on a slope. How did I manage that? I keep rolling over towards my walking pole, which is holding up my tent, which is keeping me awake. So, not the best of ideas really. not the best place to have camped. But there you go. Grog is snoring over in his nice warm tent. It's not cold. It's quite windy though. I've managed to do it again, haven't I? I've managed to come out on a windy night. Well done. I think that's more to do with my planning about where actually I camped. I thought I was being clever, camping on the non-windy side of Yes Tor, but the wind seems to have followed me. Maybe I'm a wind magnet. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to try and get some sleep. Hopefully I'll see you again in the morning without many more disturbances. Cheers. So, no sleep. A bit of dozing, but no bloody sleep. Oh dear. It's just it's battering against the side constantly. Right, I'm just gonna hide myself in this bag and see if I can get some sleep, please. Good morning from a very windy Yes Tor. God, that was a windy night. That's probably the windiest night I've been up here. But it was constant all through the night. And I'm absolutely, as you can tell by the look of me, knackered now because I got absolutely no sleep whatsoever. Oh, blimey. As you can see, there's no visibility whatsoever. It's totally misty out here. Did you get any sleep in there?
I did get some sleep.
It's a nice tent, that, isn't it?
Too small.
It's just too small. A lot of people take the piss out of this tent, but this is the Bobcat one from OEX. And I tell you what, it keeps the wind out. It's a bit small, but it kept you warm, didn't it, Greg?
It kept me warm and dry.
Kept you warm and dry. What more could you want? It keeps you dry and keeps the wind off you. It's only got one pole, single pole, lots of connection points. So it keeps you well and truly safe on the moor in the winds from last night, which were bloody horrendous. Right, my hands are cold because the wind's blowing. The chill factor now is icy. It's not icy, but it feels icy from the wind chill. Well, managed to find a place out of the wind. It seems to be just whizzing around the Tor wherever you go, just in like a spiral. Everywhere's windy unless you get right up close here, which is probably where we should have camped. That's where we parked up, and that probably wasn't a good idea, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. Another cold one. It's alright out of the wind, it's not too cold, but in the wind it's icy cold. I can hear some other people up on the Tor somewhere, so I don't know which way or whereabouts they camped, if they were camping, but definitely a foggy, misty, cold one on Yes Tor. So it's now pissing down, we're all set up, we're going to head back. Don't think I'll do a lot of filming as there's nothing to see, so I might say goodbye now. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe. If you've enjoyed us getting wet and windy, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications if you would please, that would be most appreciated. But if there's something to see on the way down, I'll record that as well. But you really can't see much, it's wet, it's windy, and we're heading back to the car for a fry up or a McDonald's. Cheers, thanks for watching, catch you next time, get out on the moor, you'll love it. Cheers, bye.